Yeah,
was
I
I?
I just got finished eating.
Kathy and Kitty here to say pop culture fun in every way. Music, TV, movies, oh so bright. Join us for a blast tonight. Sister and brother rocking the flow, sharing all the things you need to know. Kathy and Kitty always in the mix. Pop culture fun fix to fix. Pop culture kids podcast crew. Tune in and let the topics move. Kathy and Kenny make it fun. Pop culture talk for everyone. Sit for everyone. I brought some for everyone. Pop culture kids podcast crew. Tune in and let the topics move. Kathy and Kitty make it fun. Pop culture talk for everyone.
Time for your weekly dose of pop culture with Kathy and Kenny, the Pop Culture Kids.
And welcome. I meant to have some applause, but I don't know what I did with
You
my.
did.
Oh, I did. Okay, I
You
my
had the
effect.
applause.
Okay, I know uh there's there's. I'm trying to press all the buttons all at once. Anyway, that's the big applause. Anyway, it is time for Pop Culture Kids coming to you from the North and the South. Me from North Carolina, Kenny from South Jersey, as we do every week, giving you your weekly dose of pop culture from the Gen X and baby boomer perspectives. How are you, Kenny, my brother?
I am doing just great. I'm getting used to the fall being a little bit colder,
Ah,
a little
it is
windier,
cold. Yeah.
and I
Actually,
was
today
riding
was
my bike.
gorgeous.
No, not up here.
Okay.
It was windy up here. So I'm used to riding my bike to work, to the bus stop. But I get my car back on Thursday.
Oh,
But
nice.
yeah, but Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, I'm taking the lift
Okay.
because it's
It's
too
too
cold to
cold.
ride a bike. It's too cold. Thursday's my birthday.
Ah, all right. Yay.
I'm going to be my last my last year in the 50s.
Ah, enjoy. It
My
goes by
last year in the
fast.
50s. I'll be 59. My last year in the 50s. So, you know, I'm off Thursday and Friday, and I'm looking forward to that. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm not
Nice.
working. Damn
Nice,
that.
nice. Especially after a month of, working and not getting paid. So
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. That was an experience.
that was life. That was life
That
life
was
and
life. That was an
hard.
experience.
No,
Yes.
I hear you.
Yes.
I hear you. I know I'm getting ready for life to life. I have been doing my um 30 30-day journaling, not journaling, writing nano ramo for the month of, and I've been streaming every day. Only, you know what? I decided to take off on the weekend because I just didn't have the bandwidth for it this week, so or this weekend. And you know what? The one thing I was supposed to do, I didn't get to do. I needed to go up in my attic and pull down, like, the winter clothes. So I need to put up my shorts because I think we're kind of done with short weather. So
Yeah, we're done. We're
I
done.
I need to. I need to transition. So,
Well, I think too, like you said, you didn't journal, you didn't go live
mm,
on the weekend. When I do my positive and productives, I never do Saturday and Sunday. I always give myself that 2 day break.
okay, all right. So, so now I don't feel as bad. I
Yeah, no, I don't feel as bad.
feel
Don't feel as
pretty
bad.
good. Right. Before we go into pop culture news, just checking out the comments, saying, "Hey, Juanita, thanks so much for joining us, for hanging out on a Sunday evening. Appreciate you for being here." Do you want to go to pop culture news, or are you
Yeah, let's go
ready,
to
or
pop
do
culture.
we need
No,
to
let's go.
talk about our
Uh,
topic first? I don't know. I
let's
just
let's go to pop culture news and then we'll talk about our topic.
already.
It's time for pop culture news with the pop culture kids, Kathy and Kenny.
Oh,
I
you.
like it. I like it. I like it.
uh, so I got a nice little voiceover in there going in there. So, ta-da!
So, pop culture news. Now, I'm gonna lead off with this story because this is, I think, not only the best story of the week. This is like one of the best stories of the year for me. I love the story. I love the video that comes with the story. I know you couldn't find a clean edit of it, but for the new Wicked movie coming out, they were doing a press thing in Singapore rather, and it was Ariana Grande, Jeff Goldblum, and um, Cynthia and Vero.
Uh, Erivo.
I always get names wrong.
Erivo, I think is her name. Erivo.
And I think another actress was there too. But Cynthia Erivo is where you have to focus on here, and Ariana Grande, because Ariana Grande was at the end of the carpet as they were walking, and a fan decided to run up on Ariana and grab her, and Cynthia
Erivo.
Erivo came in quicker than security.
And this is courtesy of the Daily Mail from, I'm not playing the sound, but yeah,
Yeah,
she was there before security even got
she
there.
security.
She was.
Listen. I mean,
It's time for pop
we all
culture
seen
news
Black
with the pop
Panther.
culture kids,
Oh,
Kathy
sorry.
and Kenny.
Ah,
Here you go.
I didn't
Yeah,
realize that
we all
that
we
was
all we
playing.
all seen Black Panther, and from that we all know, and I knew this from before. The one person you don't mess with is a bald headed black woman. I mean, you mess around and find out if you want to. She was on point, and then after that, she held on to Ariana and just like covered her and protected her, like she was better than Secret Service that day. So I want to give a big shout out to her because that was phenomenal what she did.
Oh,
Uh and a lot of people are talking about that. And this is the thing about being a celebrity, man. You like to think if you become a celebrity, you be that celebrity that be really cool and be able to go anywhere you want to go. But that's not always the case. And it's as we've learned in the past with certain celebrities like John Lennon, getting killed by a fan. These things are true. These things can happen, and it can be very dangerous to be a
uh,
celebrity out in public.
Re-
And there are
Rebecca
certain celebrities. Rebecca, who?
Rebecca Schaefer.
Yes, yes, yes. Who answered her door and was shot right there, and she was very young when it happened. So Ariana Grande is a and the thing about it is the person who did it, the young man who did it, is known for doing that kind of thing. They arrested him and charged him, but he has a history of running up on celebrities like that.
Yeah,
So they need to put him away for a minute so he learns his lesson.
yeah.
They don't
Personal
even need to
space
bond him
too.
out.
Personal space.
Yeah, personal space. It's like the guy who walked up on Will Smith, I saw the video, who walked up on Will Smith and kissed him.
Ooh.
Yeah, and Will
Well,
Will
hey.
was hot.
Well, hey. You could have walked up on him and slapped him. So you know what?
Wow.
Will Will should take a step back. Karma, dude.
this was
Karma.
this was before the slap. This is before the slap.
Oh,
Speaking of celebrities protecting each other, we have celebrities who do not get along.
hmm.
So Sydney Sweeney,
Is she a celebrity?
yeah, she's an
Okay.
actress.
All right. Whatever.
And she did that commercial that caused a lot of static this year. She has made her political views known, and she is in the TV show with Zendaya.
Hmm.
However, Zendaya
What show is
will
that?
not Euphoria
Oh,
on
Euphoria.
HBO.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, Zendaya, and I want to watch Euphoria too because I want to. I've heard some things about this. I want to. I want to see if I can binge this one day. Zendaya will not do press with her. If they
Okay.
had to do press together, Zendaya will not sit with her. She will not sit next to her. Zendaya does not want to be associated with Sydney Sweeney outside of the movie. It had to be on set with her for a couple of reasons. Number one,
Oh, what movie were
um,
they in together?
well, outside the TV show, rather.
Oh, TV
Outside the
show.
TV shows years
Okay.
ago. Um, a couple of reasons. Number one, Zendaya doesn't want to be associated with Sydney Sweeney's far right views
Okay.
in any way at all. Number two, apparently Sydney Sweeney let it be known that she had her eyes on Tom Holland.
Okay.
Yeah,
Aren't they
yeah,
engaged?
yeah. They engaged, but
Okay.
at one point she put on her social media that she was had her eyes on Tom Holland. I don't know why these people keep messing around with these black women, but they keep doing it. You know.
Fool around and
So
find out.
and Sydney Sweeney's has had a couple of flop movies this year anyway, so she's kind of starting to fall from grace. So
Gotcha.
you know. Next we have a Disney star, Callum Worthy.
Again, these people you label as stars and celebrities. That's how I
Yeah,
know I'm old
well,
because I have
this
no
is
idea
this
who they are.
well, this is a kid you wouldn't know him. He's a kid Disney star. He was on uh Allie and what was that show?
I don't speak
Man, the one.
fluent Disney.
Yeah, the show come up to me. But anyway, it was a guy who sang and a girl who wrote his music for him, and he was the guy's best friend. But anyway, Caleb Worthy has a new AI app.
Okay.
I
Who
think, and
doesn't?
I think it's called Tuwa, which can create a digital clone of a user's loved one with a 3-minute video. Which means if you have someone who's deceased, this AI will make a clone and have this person do a video that the deceased person talking to you.
Didn't we cover like a couple weeks ago where Robin Williams' daughter kind of asked people, "Hey, stop,
Not yeah, not to do the AI of him.
stop."
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's just like
I
stop.
don't like the AI creepy videos. Like I saw one video with Michael Jackson and Prince getting on a spaceship or something like that. And it
Just
was I'm like,
stop.
yo, man, just
Yeah,
don't
we're,
let
we're we're taking the AI too far. Now,
yeah, we're
again,
taking
if we're using it, uh, and I say this because I've used it. I've even used it at work. If we're using it in such a way that it is uh, pushing things forward, like again, scientific breakthroughs that help cure illnesses and different things like that, and for the betterment of humanity, yay, I'm all for it. I'm there with you. But right now, we're getting into that AI slop territory where
yeah.
it's like if I get a video and I get that like computerized voice thing, I'm like, I'm out. I'm like, I'm out.
Yeah, I mean it's just and it's not like I don't know. And the next story we have is also AI. And next thing I want to bring up is also AI related,
Mhm.
which I don't like. There's a new trend video where they take AI music. and they take a rap song and they will, like, say if an Eminem song was done as a soul song in the 60s or as
Okay.
a soul song in the 50s or a blues song or 50 Cent song or Jay-Z song was done as a soul song in the 70s. And
Like
when I
changing the
first saw it,
genre of it. Yeah.
yeah, when I first saw it, I was like, "Oh, this is cool." Somebody took the song, and man, then I researched and found out it was an AI thing, and it was actually no one really. And I'm like, you know what? As a creative myself, who takes and does cover songs with my bass slightly different than the way the cover song is, that's what I thought I was getting, somebody who was actually doing it. And I was so disappointed when I found out it was all AI that when those videos come up, I don't even listen to them. I can't listen to them.
Yeah, I throw that into the AI slop category where it's like, yeah, did we need that? No.
No, we
And
did not need that.
whenever I hear that voice, although I will say the intro that I do for our show, I didn't use or create um using AI. And one of the services that I use for this podcast, or not necessarily for this podcast, but for my channel K Walk Comedy, is Epidemic Sound. And there is a feature where you can, select a voice of, I guess it's, I don't know. I guess it is AI generated, but it's like there's an actor who has put like hours of his voice into the system so that it can be manipulated to say the different things I want to say, like, hey, it's time for Kathy and Kenny, the pop culture kids, or whatever. So Jeremy is the voice that I'm using to create that. So again, I guess I just hate that robotic sounding voice that the minute you hear it, you know it is not a real
Yeah,
person. And
yeah, that
they
voice.
don't have the right inflection or they mispronounce words. It's just, it's funky. It's awful. I hate it.
Well, I just, yeah, it's just, I mean,
But there's
it's,
supposed to be like an
I'm using
AI
AI.
artist or somebody.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. It's AI. I don't know how they get the vote. I don't know how they do it, but it's AI, and I don't like it. I am using AI because I couldn't find an artist to do my book,
Okay. Hmm.
my poetry book. So I am using AI, and I'm telling them what I want to do, just to have art for my to back up my poetry book.
Okay.
But I
And yeah,
mean,
I mean, I've used it to kind of generate ideas. I've used it like even in work, if I'm doing an observation and I'm looking at a particular standard and I can take the standard that is a part of the teacher requirement plus the different things I've observed to help kind of flesh out what I could tell that teacher that might help them improve or something. So I have used AI for several things to even when it comes to like writing my own kind of PD goals and different things like that. And even for some of the professional development I've done, I've used AI. So yeah, it has its use case. So it's cool. All right. Anything else in news? Because I know sometimes you add
that
some
is
stuff,
all in news.
some
That is
stuff,
all we
and
have in news this
and I
week.
miss it. So do you want to talk a little bit about what we're talking about tonight?
Yeah, what we're talking about tonight is a lot of us when we were kids, we watched Saturday back when they had Saturday morning cartoons on 6, 3, and 10. We were well, Channel 6 had Schoolhouse Rock, and we loved Schoolhouse Rock. A Gen X, you tell me, you show me a Gen X kid that doesn't know Schoolhouse Rock, and I'll tell you a Gen X kid that didn't have a TV. Because we all did that. We all knew Schoolhouse Rock. Everyone on a dime can sing, I'm just a bill. Yes, I'm only a bill. Or
And I'm
conjunction,
sitting here on
junction, what's your
Capitol Hill.
function? Everybody can sing those. And it's just, we're going to go over the history of Schoolhouse Rock. And
Oh
we
yeah.
can't play the videos. We can't play the actual videos. We can show them without sound, but we're going to go over the Schoolhouse Rock phenomena and how it started and different little facts about it, and things like that. Before we go on, though, on our comments, Kathy, you want to acknowledge?
Oh, sure. Let's hit the comments. Hit the comments. And who is here? We already said hi. So Anita and Lisa is in the house. And we are doing well tonight. Hope you are as well. And I guess when we were talking about like recreating your loved ones with AI, and she's saying I wouldn't like that because it would make me cry and even more depressed. And again, you already have to miss, your loved ones. So, um, but and yes, I take it. You remember those songs because and I think it started with the numbers, but I know my favorite was "I Got Six" because that actually sounded like that was like a soulful one, kind of
Yeah,
like
that was, I got six.
six.
That's
That's
all
all
there
there is.
is.
Six
I
on
took the
coin.
liberty yesterday to prepare for the show. I watched all the Schoolhouse Rocks.
Oh wow, you went old school.
I watched the whole. They're all now. If you want to watch the Schoolhouse Rocks, they're all. You can probably get them all on YouTube,
Hmm.
but they're all on Disney Plus.
Oh, they are. Oh, I didn't know that. They're all on Disney Plus.
Yes, they're all on Disney Plus.
But if you visit the schoolhouse, Schoolhouse Rock does have a YouTube channel, and if you check them out, you can kind of catch up with. But I didn't know they were all on Disney Plus because I
They're
could.
all on Disney Plus. They have them separated by. Um, they have them separated in seasons, but the seasons are, one is math, one is grammar, one is American rock, and and they had the
And
later
history.
ones that they did. We'll talk about that too.
Okay.
But we're gonna start. I'm gonna start the top with this one. The Schoolhouse Rock went from 1973 to 1985. Then it was revived in 1992 and played until the 2000s.
Because didn't it
And all
branch
in
out
all,
into some? Oh,
there
sorry.
was 65 episodes of Schoolhouse Rock.
Oh, wow.
There was 65. I didn't watch all 65, and I'm gonna tell you why.
Okay.
Because when you get to the newer Schoolhouse Rocks, you could tell they were the newer ones. It just didn't feel the same as the originals from 73 to 85. And you could tell some of the topics they were talking about were newer topics. And I knew I was in the newer ones because they mentioned um, they mentioned a singer that wouldn't have been around from 73 to 85. And I
Okay.
forget what singer it was. It was a country singer they mentioned who wouldn't have been around from 73 to 85. So I was like, okay, these are the newer ones. And this is why I'm not liking this and don't remember this. Click.
Now, were the newer ones, didn't they do a whole series of them that were signed? Like, I know initially
Yes.
it started off with multiplication and multiplication facts.
Yeah. So
Um,
let me run it down for you. Let me run it down for you.
okay.
There was multiplication rock.
Hmm.
Then there was grammar rock.
Oh, yeah.
Then there was America rock. And then the newer ones were oh no, then there was science rock. Science rock was the older ones. And the newer ones were, oh wow, well, the older ones was computer rock and someone called Scooter Computer and Mr. Chips. I think by that point I was too old to watch it because those didn't come around to 82, 84. So I
Right.
really wasn't watching it
We
like
had kind
that.
of aged out by then.
We kind of aged out. And then in 94 we had Money Rock.
Okay. Oh,
And then
okay.
after that we had Earth Rock.
All right, that's part of the science ones, I guess.
So it all comes together, and that was all the rocks we had. But I guess in the
You didn't get
'90s
Chris Rock. Oh wait, I used to. Okay, I used to
yeah.
have a. I don't know what happened to it.
I put a bump. Yeah, you
Yeah,
don't
my
have it no
rim
more.
shot. Yeah, I
Yeah,
lost
you
my
don't have a
rim
rim shot no
shot.
more. Okay.
No. Oh no, that's not my rim shot. I got sad trombone. That's about it.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Yeah, sorry.
So
And
let me
cricket.
tell you how Schoolhouse Rock started.
Oh wait. Oh, there it is. I found it. Sorry.
Okay. I'm glad you found that.
All right. I just didn't know where it was, but I got my rim shot. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm ready for you. On your mark, get set.
Okay. Let me tell you how Schoolhouse Rock started. David McCall was an ad exec, and his son was struggling in math, but he realized something that his son was struggling in math and didn't know his math, but he could remember Rolling Stone songs. So being an ad exec, he kind of came together for him, and he's like, "Well, wait a minute. What if I put those two together?" So he called Bob Duro, who was a very accomplished jazz musician, um, and they made Bob Duro wrote "Three is the Magic Number." So the other ad execs got involved in this, and they're like, "Well, wait a minute," because they were going to just make a record for the kids. But then they said, "Wait a minute, what if we made a cartoon and put on TV for all the kids?" And that's how Schoolhouse Rock was made, because there was a kid who couldn't do his math, and his dad knew the right people to make a song. Since he said, "Look, he learns to he can remember song titles, but he can't remember his math work, so we don't have to put the two together." And it's the same thing too with hip hop in the inner city with kids, because I remember when I was growing up, the adults would say, "Boy, you can remember all the words the rappers delight, but you can't remember to do your homework." And I said, "Well, in hip hop, no." So there you go. So they got the same thing, and now you have Schoolhouse Rock.
Okay. What do you know, or because I didn't see it in the notes, what channel it originally aired on?
Yeah, ABC.
ABC. Okay, maybe it was in the notes. I missed it.
No, I don't think I put it in the notes, but
Okay, because I
from
was
reading
thinking
it,
it was
I know.
ABC because I know it seems like the counter NBC had the more you know.
Yeah,
Remember there,
yeah.
but
The more you know.
there
Yeah.
wasn't there wasn't necessarily a show called Schoolhouse Rock. It was just in between the different cartoons or whatever that aired on Saturday mornings. It seems like they would intersperse them. I think they were between the cartoons. They might even been during the commercial breaks.
Speaking of commercial break, it is half past the hour.
Okay. So, with that in mind, I just want to say thank you for tuning in. We are Pop Culture Kids. This is the brainchild that kind of developed during the pandemic and has kept going over these last 5 years as we come gather weekly and talk all things pop culture because, hey, that's what latchkey kids do. Anyway, we thank you for being here. If you haven't, please consider subscribing to the channel Pop Culture Kids, giving us that thumbs up, hitting that bell notification, and just being a part of, hey, the club. You are a pop culture kid if you are here hanging out with us. You can check us out on our website, kathyandkenny.com. Link should be in the description if I remember this weekend, but we always appreciate you guys hanging out with us. All right.
So it wasn't always called Schoolhouse Rock.
Oh, okay.
When they first had the idea for the show,
Mhm.
it was called, they wanted to call it Scholastic Rock.
Oh, okay. Oh.
But because of the Scholastic Publishing, they said, wait a minute, y'all can't do that. And they went back and forth with it. So then they thought about the Elvis Presley song for some reason. And that's how they came up with Schoolhouse Rock.
What? Okay. Oh, wait. They were thinking
Jailhouse
Jailhouse
Rock.
Rock? Oh, okay. No, I was
Jailhouse Rock.
thinking
They
of
made it school.
the Happy Days theme. 1, 2, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, rock. Oh, but that's rock
Yeah,
around the
no.
clock.
Yeah, Rock Around the Clock.
But
Jailhouse Rock.
but
So,
Scholastic, and that's just shows their staying power because what back in October, early October, we had a Scholastic book fair. So
oh,
those things have been going on
Scholastic is still around, huh?
for forever. Oh
Yeah,
yes,
Scholastic has been around forever.
Scholastic.
Forever.
So
I
yeah,
well, I gotta do the research, find out how long when did Scholastic first start. I gotta do that research.
yeah.
I'll have that for next week's news. When
Okay.
Scholastic first, I'll have some background on Scholastic. Also, three is the magic number, of course, like I said, was the first song
Okay.
to come out from Schoolhouse Rock. Man and a woman had a little baby. Yes, they did. It was three in the family. That's the magic. Now, let me tell you about the song. Later, this song was made popular by the rap group De La Soul because they made a song in their prime in the 90s with the background of three is the magic number. And they used a lot of the words from that for their hook because there's three of De La Soul. Now, here's the good thing. Here's another part about this. De La Soul song, three is the magic number, was carefully used at the end of Spider-Man No Way Home.
Oh wait, I
Because in
remember
Spider-Man No
that.
Way Home, there were three Spider-Men. Three is the magic number.
Right, I remember
So
that.
that's why that song was used in Spider-Man No Way Home. It all comes together. I find a way to put a superhero in there somewhere.
You'll get a superhero in there
I'll get a
somewhere,
superhero in there at
somehow.
some point. Yeah, because I'm definitely, hey, every Schoolhouse Rock was 3 minutes long. That was the rule.
Okay.
All of them are
Hey,
exactly 3 minutes long.
you know what? I'm looking at the uploads. They don't have them. They don't have all 65 uploaded on their website. They only have like 9 of them uploaded, but they're all
Well,
3 minutes. I mean, the longest one is 3 minutes 23 seconds. So,
yeah,
and that's
well, it's a
conjunction
couple of seconds.
junction.
Conjunction junction.
Junction,
What's
what's
your
your function?
function?
Hooking up,
Yes,
raising,
they're
getting
really dope songs.
down
Now, here's another thing because there was almost no revival of this in the 90s and 92 when it came out. There was almost no revival because
right. Oh,
sometime after 85, all the tapes were lost.
mm,
Couldn't find them. And because they were lost, they were like, wow, we don't have these anymore to even save. And the ones we have are crappy. And miraculously, all the tapes were found sometime in the late 80s,
oh, cool.
early 90s, late 80s, early 90s. No one knows how they got there, but in a random in a random barn house in Connecticut, in some barn,
Hmm.
these tapes. I don't know who know. Nobody knows how they even got to Connecticut.
Oh, some executive probably ripped them off, thinking, "Oh, I'm going to secure my retirement." Somebody got fired and probably put them in their bag on the way out the door. Oh yeah, they ain't getting over
Fire
on
me,
me.
huh? Fire me,
Fire
huh?
me.
All right.
Oh, there's probably a story
I'm
there.
leaving here with something. I'm leaving here with
Exactly.
something.
Mm. Yeah, there's a story there somewhere.
Now, here's another tidbit that I didn't know till I researched this. And a lot of Schoolhouse Rocks, when they did songs, there was always a guy singing or a woman singing. But sometimes there was kids. A guy would be talking like, "I'm just a bill."
Hmm.
It was sang by the guy, and it was a kid that would talk to him. That kid was actually that singer's son
Oh, cool.
in real life. So a lot of the kids that you hear in Schoolhouse Rock, they're the sons and daughters of producers, singers, musicians, the whole nine yards.
Oh, neat.
That's the guy, and they didn't want child actors. They wanted regular kids like
Real,
their
yeah, real
kids
kids. Hmm.
for the authenticity of it.
Oh, neat. That's
So,
cool. That's
so
really
that's
cool.
that's yeah. So all those kids you hear are sons and daughters. Nepotism at its best,
There you go. Hey, if if it
but
works,
it
it works.
worked,
That's
and
like
no one was,
I
and
went
nobody's
down
mad about it.
I went down a YouTube rabbit hole or whatever comes up in my feed, and there was something with the Philadelphia Eagles, and it was like Philadelphia Eagles being interviewed by kids, and it turns out the kids who were doing this like podcast, which quite frankly gets more views than us, so I probably shouldn't be putting podcasts in quotes. But it
Yeah.
was the daughter of like Saquon Barkley and another player. I can't remember the other guy's name. But anyway, it was their two daughters. They were cute as a button, but they were asking all these questions of the football players and stuff. And I'm like, oh, yeah, nepotism. It works.
Yeah, well, they also had the football players on there, so
Yeah.
especially the Philadelphia area, you got all these Eagles fans, and they'll watch something like that.
Oh, yeah.
Especially, so there was an episode that almost didn't get played and was almost banned, and the network sent it back and said, "You'll have to reshoot this with another idea."
Oh, which one was
Naughty
that?
Number Nine,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
because Naughty Number Nine was a cat shooting pool, and he took a mouse and he balled him up and used him as the cue ball. And it wasn't the cruelty of the mouse that got it banned. They didn't care about the mouse. Damn the mouse. The fact that the cat was smoking
Ah.
is what almost banned this from coming on. And the producers petitioned the network because they said the reason we have the cat smoking because the cat and this is the bad guy.
Mhm. He's naughty.
And it's yeah, we're using it to show that he's naughty and he's evil, and that's what the smoke represents. And they use the smoke to put the numbers in and everything that they didn't want to encourage kids to smoke. But in all fairness, this was from 73 to 85. These are Gen X kids. We weren't stupid. All right, we knew what not to do. We could watch an anvil fall on Wally Coyote's head and know not to drop an anvil on somebody.
Oh, yeah. Oh, we lived
We
through
could
worse.
watch Elmer Fudd shoot Daffy Duck in the face all day and know it was wrong to shoot somebody in the face.
And I'm inspired from my Facebook post where I was asking about favorite childhood toys. But, we're the generation that they actually gave a doll called Baby Alive, where you actually fed the doll and it would poop. I'm like, ew. But hey, if you think about it, for preteens, that might have been the perfect advertisement for abstinence. Because hey, if you knew you were gonna have sex, have a baby, and have to deal with changing diapers, I'm done.
You knew what
I'm
you
out.
had to, yeah. Yeah, you knew what you had to deal with. I'm not doing this.
Right, right.
This is too
And
much
again,
work.
we're the generation too that they also gave a game like Operation. It's like, let's see. Let's have a game where kids could possibly get electric shocks running through their bodies. Go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, you know what?
Twister. I mean,
That
we
is
had
a
some
yeah.
pretty tortured games back in the day. It's
Let's
like,
get him a game with a little small taser on it. Let's do
yeah,
that.
yeah, oh yeah, little,
Let's do
little
that.
taser. No, no biggie,
No
no big
electricity
whoop.
on him.
Although, again,
I
my
think
favorite old school was, and I found a picture of like the newer easy bake ovens. They look too much like microwaves. That's like, please, you're not really doing anything. I'm talking old school where it was the old like bluish green, and you actually that light bulb had to heat that cake. And I like what Leo said. He's like, that cake price still is not ready. Um, some 45 years later, because it always looked like, I don't
that cake
know.
still ain't done. It's
Exactly.
still mushy on the
Like, what's
inside.
this yellow pancake? And do we really want to eat this? Hey, I made it in my easy bake oven. Hey,
I don't think I've ever eaten anything out that easy bake oven.
hey, it was
Because I was always
okay.
picky I was always picky, especially as a kid, on what I ate. So I doubt I ate anything out the easy bake oven.
The easy
Because when
bake
I was a kid,
oven.
you couldn't even look at my food. You couldn't breathe over it. You couldn't look at it. So I know I'm not eating out no easy bake oven.
Oh no.
Damn that.
Not gonna
My
happen.
favorite toy had to have been the Star Trek Enterprise
Ah,
with the figures, the action figures. You put it in a little thing, you hit the thing. And it was a whole Star Trek deck, and you put the thing and you turn it, and you make it come out the other end. Oh man, I missed that. I wish I still had that.
oh yeah. Engage. Although I'm more of a next gen than an original Trekkie. I mean, I appreciate original Trek, but I really enjoyed Next Generation. But then
Now
the
I had the
subsequent
original action
ones, I
figures.
I never went down that rabbit hole. Like I
I
didn't
had
want
the
to go.
original action figures with the actual clothes on them that you could take off and everything, and find out that everything is anatomically correct.
Oh, of
But
course not. Oh, I love my Barbie dream house too, because that the year I got that and I got all the Barbie clothes. That was pretty
well,
cool.
I got the JJ arms,
Oh, JJ
and I got
arms.
the JJ arms with the house, with the tree house that he had and everything. He had this like house, like this bungalow house in the woods
I thought
thing,
that
and with
was
JJ
GI
arms.
Joe.
No, that was JJ arms, and you change his arm, and the different arms did things. He had a hook arm with a string on it, and then he had another arm that did. He had different JJ arms.
JJ arms.
JJ arms. So,
It's all good.
but yeah, and actually, as getting back to our topic here,
Mhm.
um, now the Schoolhouse Rock on March the 20th, 2019, it was announced that Schoolhouse Rock, the box set, was added to the Library of Congress National Recording Registry in its 2018 class.
Oh, nice. So
So
that's like
yeah, so
the
Schoolhouse
rock and
Rock is a
roll.
part of history.
That's like the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame for like, you know,
Yeah,
pop culture shit.
yeah.
The
You go.
Smithsonian, yeah. Because like stuff like Archie Bunker's chair. Yeah, I get it. That's
Yeah,
pretty
you know,
cool.
it's right there. What was your favorite Schoolhouse Rock?
My favorite, I like I Got Six, and that's all there is. Because I don't know, there was a soulful groove to that one that like some of the other ones didn't have. I also liked I'm Just a Bill. I think Conjunction Junction, hooking up phrases and making them. Because actually, I think conjunction junction, what's your function, actually was one that I learned from. Because I think even by the time Schoolhouse Rock had come around, I knew my multiplication tables. I was pretty good. I was a little iffy on eights and nines, but for the most part, I got it. But conjunction junction really helped me understand that particular grammar phrase because the math stuff I would get, the English stuff, I was a little wonky on.
I I'm just a bill, of course.
Yeah.
Um, I like conjunction junction, but I liked one you didn't mention. I liked verb. I could
Oh,
tell you like,
verb.
go get
That's
it.
what's happening.
Verb,
Yeah.
you're an action. I could tell you like, who did it? Verb,
Verb.
that's an action.
Oh
I love
yeah,
verb.
yeah. But yeah, I chose conjunction junction. What's your function? Because like I said, I just that concept, watching the video really helped it become clear in my head and helped me
See you
understand
now or
what conjunctions
later.
were. Either now
Is
or
it the
like
into the
it just
valley
made sense.
or down to the sea? At
Right.
least say thank you, or
You
at
got
least
and,
say
but, or.
please.
So yeah, I was a fan of the conjunction
And
junction.
I watched the newer ones. The older ones that they did from 73 to 85 explained everything perfectly.
Hmm.
As I was watching the newer ones, I don't know if I was just too tired from watching them,
Or they got a little
but from watching the
convoluted.
newer ones, it's the explanations weren't as clear
Ah.
as, and yeah, you're talking about, I don't know, you're talking about more complicated things, but it seems like the songs and the explanation, because they would sing in the early ones and then they would talk to explain it.
Hmm.
So, like, I got six, that's all there is. And then the one where they did two by two with Noah's coming, they would
Right.
explain it how you do it. And even that one, the one with the Noah's Ark thing and the two by two, they even like broke it down for you and showed you the math on how to get to this number.
Hmm.
And it seems like the newer ones, they didn't break it down enough. It was extreme. Like they did. There was one that was. It was one in Science Rock that was extremely complicated. There was one in Money Rock that was really complicated. And I'm looking at it like,
Now, hey,
what
here's
kid
a
is
thought.
following this?
What if they actually used AI to maybe redo them and break it down and make it simpler?
I
Just
wouldn't like that.
just a thought. Hey, I want to check out some of the comments to find out what the favorite Schoolhouse Rock ones. Roy is in the house tonight. Tech troublemaker. I'm just a Bill and Conjunction Junction were by far his favorites, and yeah, I would agree because I think for the one, like you said, for the I'm just a Bill, that kind of breaks down. Well,
The
as long as
process.
we still have, three forms of government. For now, we do, but I better not go there.
Whap,
Uh,
bam! Right behind the back. There you go.
oops,
Go.
sorry.
Let it go. Let it
Um.
go. Let it
Anyway,
go.
let it go. But it really made that process clear. And like I said, for me at the time, conjunctions that was helpful for me too. And oh yeah, he says he likes verb too. So yeah, let us know what were your favorite Schoolhouse Rock. Because you needed something to split up. Your Saturday morning cartoon watching. Because you had your big bowl of like Lucky Charms or Cheerios, and you're watching either the Banana Splits, fa la 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 la,
Look,
or
Banana Splits was more of an after school thing by
that's
that point
true.
because they were from the
Yeah,
'60s, so it wasn't a Saturday
correct.
morning thing; it was more after school thing. Oh, Lisa's comment earlier, I don't think you got that one.
Oh no, I missed it.
She
Okay.
liked the grammar, the tale of Mr. Morton,
Oh, I don't remember that one.
and
Oh,
a
and now.
noun is a person, place, a thing, and I unpack my adjectives.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And that was the one
Okay.
where she's packed and she's out camping and there's a big scary bear and she's walking around with a turtle and she unpacked her adjectives.
Who walks around with her? Wait, what was the one where the
The
girl
little
had?
girl, the little girl had a turtle
Uh,
and she had adjectives in the bag and she would unpack and they would ask her after her trip, how was it? And she would use the adjectives to explain the trip.
okay, I get you. I get
And
you.
and and, and she had a turtle with her that was always with her, and her and the turtle ran from the bear, and the bear's looking at him like,
Now, what was the one
why
where
did
the
why they
girl
running?
had to go to the store and she had like a shopping list of things she had to get? Do you remember that one?
Oh man, I
I can't.
watched them all yesterday too,
I
and that
remember
one's not.
too, like when she was listing the things, bread. It was. because I can't even remember what that one was about. What was about?
Oh, was that now person, place, or thing? That might have been now because they
Okay.
had different scenarios in now. And the last one, I like the last part of now. Oh, I put it down in the drugstore record machine. Chubby
Oh,
Checker doing the twist, and the Beatles and the Monkeys, and it goes like this.
that's
So I
right.
put it down to a record machine.
Oh, I remember
So it might have been
that
that
one.
one.
Oh, that was a good one. Wait a minute. Tech Troublemaker has another one. Lolly, 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 get your
Get your
adverbs
adverbs
here.
here. Father, son, and lolly. Get your adverbs here.
Oh my God, that's taking me back. Wow.
I want you to
Well,
know
you said
Disney Plus.
there were
Disney Plus. Watch it
65 of
all.
them. And
Watch it
again,
all.
if you have Disney Plus, I didn't realize Disney Plus had a whole um
Well, Disney,
they
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 like
own.
they like the
Oh, that's right. Okay, it's all coming together because it was on ABC. They own ABC now, so I guess they own everything ABC owns.
yep,
So
they do.
now,
They do.
does Disney Plus have all 65? Because I know on there.
Yep.
Oh,
Disney
nice.
Plus has all of them. The new ones and the older ones and the new ones. They have every last one of them.
Oh, wow.
And I watched every last one of them yesterday.
Oh, wow. That's a lot. That's like, wait, 3 minutes times what? 65. That's like 3 hours of
I
your life
I
you're not
I
getting back,
I
my friend.
I had time. I needed some background. I was working yesterday from home,
Uh huh.
and I needed some background noise.
Okay, so just throw them on. Oh, that's awesome.
Through the morning, I watched all of them.
Hey,
Today my background noise was the Warriors.
Warriors come out to
Come out and
play.
play, yay!
I wonder how come they've never remade that.
No,
You can't do it
I
because
no, you
they.
can't because there's a lot of reasons you can't remake the Warriors. Because
I
the
get
Warriors
it,
was made in the late '70s,
right?
and it was a
But
different time.
but even if you
And
went back to the late '70s and did it, did a remake, could they recreate that vibe?
they would mess it up.
Oh, no doubt. But
They would mess
I
it
mean,
up.
they try to remake everything else. It's such a cult classic, though. I guess I don't want
I
them
know. I
touching
mean,
it.
some things you shouldn't really remake, and I wish Hollywood would know that. Like, there's classic movies like Warriors. Don't
Oh,
remake the
definitely.
Warriors.
Yeah.
Don't try to remake Grease 2. It's a classic. Don't re.
It's
Yeah,
well,
you
but you realize
remade
Grease 2 put a halt to the franchise. So in a way, it's kind of good that it was such a bomb
Hush
because
Your Mouth,
otherwise
Hush Your Mouth,
we'd have
Hush Your
like
Mouth.
we'd have 12 or 13 different,
Yeah,
Grease
or Hush Your Mouth.
variations.
But I mean, they try to like when they remade West Side Story,
Yeah.
it was horrible.
Yeah, I didn't
And
get through that.
this is even with Rita Moreno in it. It was still because, and one of the things that made that horrible for me for that remake was the Jets,
Mhm.
because in the original, each jet, even though they didn't have all the screen time in the world, but for the small time of screen time that each jet had, you were able to suss out the difference between Baby John and Ahab and everybody else.
Right.
You
Well,
were
when
but in
you're a
the new,
jet, you're a jet all the way.
yeah, but in the remake, all the jets looked exactly the same.
Mhm.
They looked all like the same, like a carbon copy of the same guy. And I'm like, who's who? I don't know who's who. There's no distinct personalities in these jets. This
That's how I feel
sucks.
about this new age of Hollywood actors. I'm just like, none of them
I can see
impress
that. I
me.
can see that.
They're all so eh. Although I did enjoy whoever that child was on because usually now most of the singers these days I'm kind of like eh, but whoever the singer was last night on Saturday Night Live, I enjoyed her. She had a kind of old school feel to her voice, and it felt like she was actually singing. So
Tech Troublemaker, put something on there. Tech Troublemaker. That album is my jam. I love that album. That album is so. Manuel Miranda made a Warriors soundtrack that's kind of like a remake of the Warriors. I know I've said it on this show before,
Right.
and this in his remake, it's just a soundtrack. It's not a movie, but they kind of acted everything out, and it's a musical. And the Warriors are all women in this one. Cyrus
Oh.
is
Uh-huh.
played by Lauryn Hill. So
Oh,
Lauryn Hill
nice.
is singing the Cyrus role. Then you got Lauryn Hill going, "Can you count suckers?" It's the album is great.
I remember you talking about that album. I didn't
The
know it was
album
going
is
to be
great.
a Broadway show.
It's not a
Oh,
Broadway
that,
show.
huh?
It's not a Broadway show.
Is well, no. Roy is saying there are rumors that he's making a Broadway
Oh, really?
play
Oh man, if they make that.
out of it.
Oh God, if they make that a Broadway show, I am so in. I'm gonna have to take my last dollar and go to Broadway and see this because the soundtrack is dope.
It's
The
fire.
soundtrack is dope. It is great,
Oh, that's
and
awesome.
I listen. It's a couple of the songs on different Spotify playlists that I have
Hmm.
from that, and I think I was listening to that this week, and that's what made me. You know what? I want to watch the original. So as I was working, I had the original playing in the background because there's so many there's so many classic moments from that. And my favorite moment I think from the Warriors is when at the end, the fight in the subway where the girl goes, "I can't go in, it's a lady room." And the one warrior comes out and goes, "Are you kidding me?" And pulls her into the ladies' room because they've been fighting all night. They got these guys coming after her. You're already troublemaker anyway, and now you say now this is where you draw the line. You can't go into the men's room. He's like, "Are you kidding me?"
Oh, you got to tell me the answers to those Facebook posts that you sent me.
Oh, the one that goes, oh, what were they? What were the two Facebook posts?
I got to
Um,
go look them up because I don't remember. But I
yeah,
know
the one
I
that
thought I knew
I'm
one
gonna
of
tell
the
you what the
answers.
answers were. The one answer I know, the one answer, I had to see what the thing. Once I see the quote, I will know exactly what it is. But
Can you tag me
let
in
me
it? Okay,
see.
Kenny mentioned you in the tag. Okay, you got insurance, don't you? And it sounds so
Oh,
familiar, and I couldn't figure
you
out
got
what it
insurance,
was.
don't you? You got insurance, don't you? Roadhouse.
Oh, okay. No, not what I was
When
thinking.
when the guy's shop blew up and they're all sitting in his house and they're talking about what they're gonna do next. And the guy's like, I saw my shop. And then one guy looks at him, goes, the guy who owns the car lot goes, "Well, you got insurance, don't you?" And then the next scene over, the bad guy takes a truck and runs it through the car lot guy's car and like totally messes up all his cars and his whole shop and busts all the windows. And he's sitting there in like this rumble that used to be a shop and these beat up cars. And the guy whose store blew up in the scene before that, he looks at him and goes, "Got insurance, don't you?"
And the other quote was, "All that hate's going to burn you up, kid."
Come
And
on.
the answer is keeps you warm. Keeps you warm. And that I it sounds so familiar, and I can almost
Come
see
on,
it, but I
Kathy.
can't even get a
Come
picture
on,
in my
Kathy.
head.
You're gonna be ready to kick yourself.
All right.
Red Dawn.
Oh, yes.
Red
Now
Dawn.
that's another
'Cause
one they
I
did a
thought you would get that
remake
'cause that was
of.
one of your favorite scenes in the movie.
You know what? And again, that was another one where I actually the remake wasn't terrible, but again, not the magic to me of the original Red Dawn.
I I can I can live with the remake of Red Dawn more than I can live with the remake of a lot of other different things.
Yeah.
I can live
Well,
with the
you
remake
liked
of
the
Red Dawn.
remake of Footloose, and I didn't care for that either.
Yeah, oh yeah, I can live. Yeah, remake it for the because the one thing about that remake is it
Oh,
explained how these kids could dance because in the original Footloose from the '80s, these kids didn't dance at all. They didn't have internet. They didn't have nothing. And all of a sudden, the big party comes. Now all these kids, all these
but
excuse me for saying
when
this,
the
I don't want to offend
music is
anybody,
in your
but all
soul,
these
you
white country
feel it.
kids know how to break dance. No MTV, no video, no
When the
nothing.
music is in your soul, music
No, Kathy.
transcends.
No. No, Kathy. No.
location and
No.
gender and
Uh-uh.
race and music
Mm-mm.
is just a part of who we
Mm-mm.
are.
Mm-mm.
It's just
Mm-mm. At least in the new version, there were black kids and white kids, and they were sneaking off and dancing at the drive-in. So
okay.
you knew they knew what they were doing when the final party came. The old one, like when these kids learn how to break dance?
Oh, well, actually, what's Ren taught his friend how to dance when they were.
Yeah, but they never showed them teach everybody because now all of a sudden in the old one, everybody's doing the same move at the end. Where all them kids learn how to dance?
Oh, come
Their
on! You
parents were
gotta
burning
have the
books
big
2 days
triumphant.
ago.
In,
The parents
I
were burning
mean,
books 2 days ago.
did you not see Fame? Did you not see Flashdance and Footloose? Again, key to 80s successful musical movies is one, it had to begin with an F, and two, you had to have a big climactic dance scene at the end. Come on. That's all I'm saying. Fame, Footloose, Flashdance. Come on. And I think there
Well,
was
Greece
also
was 80s and they didn't start with F and they had a big dance scene at the end.
well, yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, well, that's classic dance or musical. That's the classic musical move. I mean, you have to close with the big ending number. You know what I was thinking about? I was thinking about Pitch Perfect because as a movie, I think the first Pitch Perfect just hit so many good notes, and then they just tried to keep milking that cow too much. So by two or
I've never
three,
seen a
it got.
Pitch Perfect.
Oh my goodness, Kenny.
Only
You know
because I
what was
don't like that
funny?
actress. I don't
Uh,
like that one actress, so I will never watch. I don't like watching
oh,
the
Rebel
movies.
Wilson.
I don't like Rebel, even though she was in Bridesmaids.
Hmm.
But I don't like I don't even like the part she was in Bridesmaids.
But Pitch Perfect is
Yeah,
it's such a good little movie. I love
yeah.
it, and it was so funny because when it was on cable, I forgot which channels or whatever. One time I caught your dad watching it. He was so engrossed. He was so into
Wait,
Pitch
wait, wait, wait,
Perfect.
wait.
Eh,
Wait. Any other time he's our dad, but when he's watching Pitch Perfect, he's my dad.
yeah. Um,
Okay, just trying to get that straight. Just
cheesy
trying to get that straight.
musicals. Yeah, that's your boy, and uh, only
That's
you know
wrong.
what? Save for West Side Story, that didn't end with a big musical number. Although one of the best monologues ever. But how many bullets, Chino, is enough for Jew and Jew and Jew and Jew? Why are you always picking on the Jews? No, anyway, um, just that was a line from a improv that
Hate.
me and
Kill
me.
my brother. Kill Riff. Kill my brother.
How many bullets, Chino? How many bullets? And is that enough for me to still have one for me? Oh, anyway, I just yeah. So yeah, that movie, yeah, that kind of ended on a real downer. But again, based on Romeo and Juliet,
It
so
was
yeah,
based on Romeo
downer.
and Juliet, and it was a romantic tragedy.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. So yeah, it is going to end on a downer. All right. So you know what? Just so we don't end on a downer, before we go, why don't you give like a pop culture pick of the week? Anything that you are digging or vibing on that you want to suggest to our audience?
No.
I'm sorry. I know. I forgot to
I can't.
put
You
it.
should have. You did. I'm unprepared.
I'm
I
sorry,
forgot we
because
were doing
you
that.
know what, and I
I
didn't
forgot
even
we were
think
doing
about
that.
putting it on the list. I had
Yeah,
mentioned it to you in the text of, hey, let's
yeah.
close the show out with our pop
I'll,
culture pick of the
I'll
week.
I'll be a year older this week, and my memory's already leaving me.
And I forgot myself to put it like after the news to throw in a pop culture pick of the week. But since we were discussing it, um, I guess we'll give everybody two picks. One is watching Schoolhouse Rock on Disney Plus. So hey, go check those out if you have it and are so inclined. And my other pick, my pick is going to be for Pitch Perfect because I think that's one that you should
Oh,
watch.
I do have a pick for the week. I do have a
Okay,
pick for the week
pick for the week.
because this pick for the week ties into next week's podcast.
Okay.
On Netflix, watch Being Eddie.
Oh, I gotta check that out.
Yeah, we're gonna check out Being Eddie. That's your homework assignment for the next week's podcast because
Done deal.
we are going to do our tribute to Eddie Murphy, and we are going to watch that. We're going to go over the life of Eddie Murphy, from the works of Eddie Murphy, where he started. And one of the funniest things I've ever seen Eddie Murphy do was Delirious, Goody Goo Goo. One of the best movies that I think Eddie Murphy did was Norbert, which my son and I today had a big conversation, and he's like, why do you always have to be contrary to everything everyone else? Because Norbert's probably the worst movie besides Pluto Nash that Eddie Murphy wants to be remembered
Oh
for.
no, what was the one where he was like a some kind of mystic or guru or whatever? There's some bad
I
ones out there.
forget. Yeah, there's some bad
I
ones.
would put Norbert in there. Well, you know what? Since it is your pre birthday, so hey, happy birthday. As you say goodbye to the 50s. 59.
Well, no,
Oh,
no, I'm 59, so I have one more year to 50s.
okay. Oh wait. How can you have one more year? If I'm like, and I guess
I'll be 59.
carry the two.
Well, don't do that. I was born in 66.
Okay, I'm just.
I was born in
kidding.
66.
I'm just
So
messing with
in
you.
26, I will be 60. I know how old I am.
I know. I'm just kidding. I don't know how
No,
old I am. I'm thinking I'm 62 already, and I'm not. So I'm
no,
like,
you're not. You're not. You're not.
I'm
You're
thinking I'm old
61.
as dirt.
If I'm
Okay.
going to be 59, you're already 61.
Okay. All right.
This
Thank
I
you, because
know.
I don't know
I know.
how old I am. Anyway,
Yeah.
I do
Well,
know that I appreciate you guys for listening, for watching, and we love you for being here. We will see you next week. Have a great week, and as always, in parting, we wish you love, peace, and pop culture.
God bless your soul and keep living. Peace.
Kathy and Kitty in a say, pop culture fun in every way. Music, TV, movies.
Thank you for geeking out with Kathy and Kenny on Kathy and Kenny Explain Pop Culture.
Sister and brother rocking the flow, sharing all the things you need to know. Kathy and Kenny always in the mix. Pop culture fun fix to fix. Pop culture kids podcast crew, tune in and let the topics move. Kathy and Kenny make it fun. Pop culture talk.